Hello, I'm Dave Nearpass. I'm the pastor of student ministries here at Emmanuel, and I'll be talking about fasting. This is the spiritual discipline you probably are least excited about. It's the one I know that I personally have tried to put off out of all the spiritual disciplines because I like eating food, and maybe you are the same way. Normally when we talk about fasting, people might think of Lent where, someone gives up something like soda or Pokemon or hanging out with their in-laws for Lent. Fasting, what I'm going to be talking about and what is talked about in the book is actually more of abstaining from food. And if you read through the Bible, there is fasting found throughout the Bible. Jesus fasted, and he also said that his disciples will be people that fast. So we really can't wiggle out of this one. It's given by Jesus as something that will be a staple in our lives. Maybe you've had an experience like me where you've fasted, and through the day or a couple days that you're fasting, you actually become a person that is less godly. And you get cranky and irritable and you just don't want to be around other people. Maybe that's been your experience and you thought to yourself, well, fasting isn't for me. I'm going to work on the other disciplines instead. I'll leave fasting to monks. But all of us need to be people that fast. And I think the problem with myself and maybe with you is that when we fast, we don't have purpose. We forget why we're doing it and we just focus on that cinnamon roll that we're craving. Fasting has to have purpose. Donald Whitney, in his book, he says that ultimately the goal of fasting is to know more and more of all that God is for us in Jesus. This is the purpose that we all need in fasting. And as he goes on to say in his book, there are 10 different biblical ways or reasons you can fast. We can fast for a variety of reasons. One example I can give that will hopefully help us see why we fast and how it could be a gift instead of something that makes us cranky is if I decide I'm going to fast for the sake of praying for my spouse. Maybe my wife Aubrey is going through a difficult time at work and I don't really have good advice to give her, but I want to pray for her more. So I wake up in the morning, I do not eat breakfast. And instead of eating breakfast, I pause and I pray for Aubrey. And I pray about her difficult situation at work. Then I go to work, and as you know, 11 o'clock, as you're getting closer to lunch, your stomach starts making noises. And you have a headache. And you have terrible breath. And you think to yourself, why am I doing this? I am hungry. In that moment, you ask yourself, why am I fasting? Oh, that's right. I'm fasting to pray for my wife. I stop. I pray for Aubrey. What is it? 10 minutes, 15 minutes later, I'm hungry again. I stop and pray for Aubrey. And each time, as hunger creeps into my head, it's actually that reminder of that purpose. The purpose to pray for my wife throughout the day. Now, this can be done in order to repent, in order to worship God. If you have a big decision yourself that you're trying to seek out God's wisdom and discernment, we can fast for a variety of reasons. But the goal is that by putting these pillars in our life, for instance, not having food, and so when we get hungry, we have this pillar that goes up. That's right. Today I'm seeking God so I can be a repentant person. Today I'm seeking God because He is the one that leads me. And hopefully fasting becomes a gift. It becomes something that becomes a regular staple in our lives. How crazy is that? That we would regularly give up food so we might become more godly people. So we might become more like Christ. Fasting is terribly difficult, but I want to leave you with these words from Donald Whitley that I already read. What is the purpose of fasting? Why do we do it? To know more and more of all that God is for us in Jesus. God bless you.